No one wanted to work the night shift at Whitmore Hospital, especially not near the East Wing. The building had been closed since 1996, following a series of unexplained electrical failures and a fire that damaged most of the records. Only one room remained untouched, room 217. For years, it had been part of hospital legend, a place where time didn't seem to behave normally. The janitorial team was tasked with clearing it out before demolition. But each morning, no matter how thoroughly they emptied it the night before, the room was full again as if it had never been touched. Inside room 217, the objects were always the same: a rusted hospital bed with faded sheets, a tray with untouched food, a patient chart dated 1973, and a stack of black and white photographs taped to the mirror. The most disturbing part: the photos often showed images the cleaners didn't recognize from the previous night, and one morning, one of them swore she saw her own child in one of the pictures. Security footage never recorded anyone entering the room after it was cleared. But the night feeds often glitched exactly at 3:13 a.m. When the feed resumed, the room would be fully restored. Even digital backups showed the same distortion, as if the building itself rejected being observed during that time. Eli Navarro, a 22-year-old intern studying hospital history and digital archiving, volunteered to spend one night inside room 217. He claimed he didn't believe in ghosts, only in inconsistencies. He brought to cameras a handheld recorder and a journal. His plan was to document the exact moment when the room reset. Eli entered room 217 on October 9th at 11:47 p.m. His recordings show him walking in, setting up the equipment, and narrating everything with a calm, confident tone. He described the room's contents in detail, noting that nothing seemed especially threatening. He laughed, called the legends cute, and even made coffee with the old break room kettle. At 2:48 a.m., Eli begins hearing what he describes as shifting, not footsteps, not voices, but the sound of fabric moving, drawers opening slowly, like a memory being replayed. He whispers into the recorder. The air feels heavier, like the room is waiting for something. By 3:12 a.m., Eli is visibly unsettled. His journal entries become shorter, more fragmented. The camera facing the mirror begins to flicker. A blurry figure appears behind Eli, standing perfectly still, though Eli never reacts to it. For 38 seconds, the figure remains motionless. Then the clock turns 3:13. Every device Eli brought shuts off simultaneously. The audio cuts. The video freezes. The only thing that remains is the infrared feed, which shows Eli standing in the middle of the room, staring at something the camera doesn't capture. For exactly 1 minute and 13 seconds, he doesn't move. Then slowly, he turns to face the mirror. At 3:15 a.m., the camera comes back online. The room is completely different. It's not the same room 217. This one is fully operational, brightly lit, and clean. There are two nurses in old-fashioned uniforms standing beside a bed. On the bed is Eli, unconscious but breathing. One nurse looks directly at the camera. She smiles. The footage ends there. Eli never left room 217. When the demolition team entered the room the next day, it was empty. No equipment, no journal, no Eli. Only the original decayed bed, the old food tray, and now a new photograph on the mirror. Eli, asleep in the bed, with the two nurses behind him. Attempts to trace Eli's signal or recover his footage from the cloud failed. All logs from the internal hospital system were wiped clean. The digital historian team reported that their external hard drives had been overwritten with static files labeled only, property of room 217. Rumors spread fast. Some said the hospital was built over something ancient. Others believed room 217 wasn't haunted, but sentient a memory loop that collected anyone who tried to document it. The janitors refused to go near it. Even demolition crews refused to start from the East Wing. The official report listed Eli Navarro as a missing person. His parents never received his belongings. But 2 weeks later, a small box arrived at their home. No return address. Inside was Eli's ID badge, cracked down the middle, and a note, written in pencil on old hospital stationery. It read, "He's resting now. Don't try to wake him. Today, room 217 no longer exists." The wing was sealed off, the demolition canceled. Due to budget issues, the rest of the hospital was turned into a private archive, but that hallway remains closed. Security staff report hearing carts rolling down the East Wing at night. They don't investigate, but every now and then, the motion sensor outside room 217 blinks at exactly 3:13 a.m., and each time it does, the system receives one low-quality image, always the same. Eli, asleep in the bed, one nurse smiling, the other with her back turned to the camera. There are no explanations, no answers. The only thing investigators agree on is that something wanted to be remembered, not by name, not by records, but by presence. Whether room 217 was ever truly real, or just a space where memory and reality collided, no one knows. But those who try to prove it wrong always leave something behind. If you ever find yourself walking near an abandoned hospital and you hear a cart roll behind a closed door, keep walking. Whatever's in there already knows your name.